Hey guys, we're here with the group from C.O.S.I. I'm Misty from Surviving in Italy. You guys want to introduce yourself?
I'm Georgette from Girl in Florence.
And I'm Mariana from Married to Italy.
And we're here a little late. We had some technical difficulties launching the broadcast. But if you're still there and you have any questions, go ahead and shoot and we'll get them answered for you. And that. What are you guys doing today? How's your guys' morning?
I'm working. I've been working all day, unfortunately.
You're always working.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't know.
Maria, are you a translator?
No, I'm an architect.
Oh, an architect. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Then you're working a lot. Of course.
Yeah.
We're trying to get everything done so we can go on stupid Ferragosto, but it keeps getting pushed back by a week. So we want to get out of here.
What are you guys' plans for like August? Are you guys taking any big trips or anything?
We're doing around the Baltic Sea and back.
How cool. I've always wanted to. That's actually like the only area of the world that I would want to go on a cruise. I don't know why. Like Russia, St. Petersburg, Norway, Finland. That would be super cool.
That would be fun too. Yeah. No, we're in the car.
Yeah.
We're taking
Hey, road trip in the Baltic.
Yeah. Here, let me just put a message on the event page that we're open for business here, because I don't know if everybody understands where we are.
Good idea.
Awesome. What about you, Misty? How's everything?
Everything with me is good. No vacations this year so
Really?
far. No, we don't have anything planned. Last year we took a really awesome trip through southern France and up through Barcelona, and that was awesome. Like,
Wow.
super fun. And I definitely want to do the road trip thing again. But yeah, this year, no, nothing planned this year.
Yeah, I never understand like where you are. Like if you're like in Arizona or Salt Lake, I'm like, where's Misty?
I know, it's a crazy year. Like, we're just all over the place right now. So, yeah, and my husband, he's in Europe constantly, which is weird. Like, he's been in Vienna and Germany, and his company sends him there quite a bit. So, yeah,
Oh wow.
we're
Oh my
really
gosh.
cool.
They're both all over the place.
And I definitely want to do the road trip thing again. But yeah, this is what?
I couldn't hear. Sorry. I heard like our conversation from before. Arizona or Salt Lake. I'm like, what is
It's crazy delay.
It's kind of creepy. It's like I'm hearing myself talk.
Yeah, he's in Europe constantly, which.
Well, everything is good here. Florence is basically become Mumbai. It's torrentially raining. I got caught outside with my dog before, which was really fun. Everybody in the Ponte Vecchio is like, "Oh, look how cute the beagle is." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's real cute when you're carrying a wet dog."
What?
Super cute. But no, it's all good here.
We've had major hailstorms here. They've been saying that this is the wettest since 1899 or something.
Yeah, I never seen anything like. I mean, I've only been here for 8 years, but I've never seen anything like this. Like it's literally every other day. Every other day it's raining.
Oh, crazy.
This delay is insane. It still has you talking about Mumbai.
Yeah, I heard myself talk about Mumbai. I was like, well, as long as I didn't call it Bombay, I'm pretty proud.
Nobody's joining us. And oh wait, did you get the new question right there, Misty? Did you see that?
Which was it?
There's a new question. Are there still many philosophers?
Where? Question. Yes.
Wow.
I think in Italy, everyone thinks that they're a philosopher. I've heard plenty of elderly men in bars. They definitely are Like,
If they're not saying something kind of perverted, which could also be a philosophy in some countries, especially probably here.
that's true.
Yeah, I actually steer clear of the old men because they look innocent, and then when you start responding, they start sometimes saying some interesting things. So, yeah.
Or they're talking about cake. There's a lot of talk. There's a bar right next to our house in Campo de Marte, and every time I went there, there'd be a big group of old men either talking about politics or cake.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
each other with torta. What?
old Italian men, that's like the thing. It's like, the talking about food, what's the best, and I'm thinking, none of you guys are cooking this. Like, mom,
I know they run up with their wife's hard work. My wife.
I think this is one of the only countries where you can actually get away with criticizing your partner's food and it being like, okay.
Yeah, it's actually expected, I've noticed. If you make something, and I'm kind of used to, I'll cook something and I'm used to someone saying, oh wow, that's great, even though it's not. It doesn't matter. You always say, oh wow, that's great.
Like, this is great.
No, they'll think about it a while. They'll go,
food, what's your
a
best?
little bit of salt. And I'm like, really?
Which is like a knife in your soul a little bit. I know I feel like that.
A little bit.
Actually get away with criticizing your partner's food and it being like, okay. Oh, somebody just asked a question about London, which I don't really understand because this is all about Italy. But sorry, I don't know anything about London.
Did you guys answer the question, does having dual citizenship improve chances of finding some kind of work? What are other benefits?
We started to answer that in the chat part of the events, but I don't think anybody got to it. It was a good question.
I did. I just wrote, like, obviously if you have dual citizenship, you have the very big added advantage that you can find work legally. Instead of having to get a work visa like people like me. But it's not really going to help you get a job unless your job is to help other people get dual citizenship, which was one of my jobs a long time ago.
Dual citizenship improves chances of finding some kind of work.
Yeah, we started to answer that in the chat part of the events, but I don't.
What happened to Rick Tulo?
I don't know what happens to Rick.
I mean, it improves your chances of getting work, but there's still the problem of finding work. I mean, Italian citizens can't find work right now. So, I mean, yeah, you can work, which is awesome, but still finding a job or finding a job that pays. I mean, Italian citizens don't really pay enough to support a family for sure. But maybe yourself if you can get a really good deal on rent.
What happened to Rick?
Can you try to invite Pecoranera?
I invited Rick. He didn't join. I don't think he's on anymore.
Pete's trying to get in, but he needs an invite to the video part, I think.
Oh, he is? Let me try. I did invite him. That's strange. Why it's not working? We're finding a job that pays.
I kind of like hearing answers repeated again. I mean,
Enough to crazy, right? Teacher we did on purpose.
See on your background.
But maybe yourself if you can get a really good deal on rent.
What happened?
What is with the weird feedback?
Try to invite Pecoranera.
I invited Rick. He didn't join. I don't think he's on anymore.
Pete's trying. He needs an invite to the video part, I think.
Oh, he did? Let me try. I did invite him. Right?
All right.
Okay, I'm re-inviting Rick now.
I kind of like hearing answers repeated again. I mean,
Enough. Right? Teacher we did on purpose.
See on your background.
Maybe yourself if you get a really good deal on
What happened?
And now I'm having trouble telling the difference between what we're saying now and what we've already said. I can't.
It's confusing. This is a test for us all.
Yeah.
So this is like being recorded now, and now this will be saved for posterity. That everybody's gonna have this conversation of us like crazily talking to each other, right?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can. I like that about Google Hangout because at least it's kind of, something we don't have to. I don't have to answer the same question. Somebody asked me this on an email. I'll just send them a link to this chat.
Yeah, and it really sinks in because the thing is repeating us over and over again.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we have a question from Peter asking us if we're the only ones allowed in the chat.
Confusing.
No, you can come on in. The boys probably are getting so sick of all of the girls. We always have we're always dominating everything. Peter, let me invite you in. But what is no? I don't.
I like Hangout because at least it's kind of. I think my favorite question was, do you really play golf on beaches? Somebody asked me this on email.
I have never played golf on a beach.
Me neither.
I didn't think that you could unless you hit the ball so badly it landed in one of the sand pits, but that's not at the beach.
Question from Peter. It might be useful if we recap some of the earlier questions because a couple of them were really good. Like one girl asked, how any tips about how to make friends in Italy, and then another one asked about cheap accommodations in Rome. So maybe we could
Let me invite you.
some of the earlier ones just so people are still.
That's a good idea.
My favorite question was, do you really play golf on beaches? Okay. Well, why don't we start with that first question? What was it? The woman from Liz from asking about, she lives in Venice, how to make friends in Venice. She's an expat in Venice, which actually kind of frightens me, just because I could imagine living in Venice. Can you?
No, I have a friend who lived in Venice for a while. He's awesome, and he has some really amazing Venice stories. And we should all move to Venice for like a year. That can be like a cozy trip. We leave our partners and go live in a commune in Venice.
Why don't we start with that first question? I'm sure that can happen somehow.
I think I have
Guys, everyone lower the volume a little bit on your microphone if you can. That's what's giving the feedback.
Yeah, mine's down. What was I going to say? One thing I was going to say is that, I'm interested to see what you guys say because you're both in Florence, which is a big city, and I would imagine, I don't know if it's true, but I would imagine that it would be a little bit easier to meet people in a city, and so I'm curious as to how you went about, or if you have Italian girlfriends and how that worked, or how long that took, because I'm in a tiny, tiny, tiny town, and it took literally 4 years to make a friend.
Wow. Well, you know what, though? That is quite normal, though. A lot of my friends who have lived in smaller towns have really struggled a lot. Basically, I think it's also because sometimes the idea of friendship is different. We're used to kind of having friends that we could have over, eat junk food, watch movies, even spend the night, which I don't think I would ever think about doing that with any of my Italian girlfriends. It's very event-based. Like, we have dinner, we have friends with, for dinner or aperitivo. Florence is easy because you can either have only expat friends or, like me, I kind of have a mix of everything. Expat friends who are like us in the same situation, Italian friends, and friends from the international community. So I have a lot of friends who are from France, from England, from Germany, just because Florence is just one of those kind of melting pot sort of places.
I'm jealous.
It can be hard here, too, because people leave. You know?
Yeah, because there's a higher turnover where you are. Here it's the same people, the same 3 people.
Goodbye. And it sucks. I made some really good friends here who I would consider like family, but it's hard to say goodbye, every 2 years.
Yeah, true. That's really true. I had a really hard time making friends for quite a while. I mean, I have a lot of Italian acquaintances and some good friends from my husband. Some of my husband's friends are amazing, and we're really close. But yeah, no, I mean, I have kind of a dark sense of humor, and Oliver is about ready to check out. I have a really dark sense of humor, which it just doesn't translate that well, and
Right, it's hard to translate sarcasm.
yeah, it was kind of a
I
long.
always thought about that with you, Misty. I was like, I wonder how how people get her sense of humor here.
No, yeah, it was just a lot of weird staring for a
Yes.
long time. And then I figured out, like, I could get along really well with people, but if I acted not fake, but a little different than I would when I was making friends with, like, other English speakers, So, and then you just feel like it's a little bit superficial. And
Well,
then
it's interesting because I think you have to change who you are a little bit when you
a little
speak in
bit.
that language. Yeah.
At least in my experience, yeah. I'm sure that that's not everybody's, but not everybody thinks the same things are funny. Like I do.
No. You know what? I would also kind of like give advice to people just because we all work in social media and blogging, or a lot of us do. And I find that, I really get along really well with other Italian bloggers, other social media people, because we kind of get it. People who kind of live outside the box. I mean, we left our countries, living in another country. You're talking to people who have never even left their city sometimes. It's completely normal that they're not going to be, hey, let's become best friends tomorrow. It's kind of like, who are you? So I actually think it's going to be a challenge, but it's up to me to really push it because, nobody asked me to come. So, and you kind of, when you keep insisting and you keep bringing out the invitations, like you find that people are pretty open. Like I end up getting along with a lot of people that I wouldn't have thought. It's a challenge. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I found that if I just kind of plow through and I just ignore the kind of the staring and the, there's moments where I think something I've said is really strange, and if I just ignore it and just plow straight through and just kill them with kindness and keep going, then eventually we'll get there. It's just, it's weird to them, so.
Make food. All about the food. I'm always just like, you know what, come over. I'm going to, cook up some Mexican food.
We keep getting Pete joining us, and then Pete leaves. Pete, are you here? Pete, can you hear us? You have to turn on your microphone and your video.
Yeah.
Just click on those buttons. I saw Pekka Netta is left out as a black sheep should be.
I saw that.
Aw, come back.
Just to update everybody, we're all, because I saw a couple of new people joining in that didn't know what we were talking about. We're all bloggers, expat bloggers based in Italy from a group called C.O.S.I. And in a moment, I think Pete is with us.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't get the audio to work.
More time.
I'm just trying to think if there were any other questions early on. Somebody was asking about driving in Italy.
Rome and driving in.
And somebody's asking about if there's restrictions or if you're likely to get tickets and things when you rent a car in Italy to drive around in Italy. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere, but the one time I went into Florence with my car, I did get a ticket. So you guys can explain this to me.
I borrowed my husband's car once when we were dating. I was moving, and I think we had been together for like 6 months or something, and he was insisting that I borrow his car while he was at work. Like, no, it's fine, just take it. It's fine. I took it. He got like 500 euros in tickets.
Yeah, that's
and I got in a mild accident.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure I almost killed a few grannies. Like, driving in Florence.
Italy, it's not a problem. Just kidding.
I can't even drive a cycle.
You know what though? They have gotten better in Florence at least by putting lights at the entrance of the historical center so that you can see whether or not you can drive inside. You know, green for yes, you can, red for no. Which before they didn't have. So I mean, I live in the historical center in the restricted zone, so it's much more. I mean, it's very different. Yes, you can get a lot of fines, but it's kind of obvious now.
Yeah, that's true.
I live in fields, so.
So basically, you can just drive. I mean, I've seen. I like driving in Italy because it's kind of a challenge, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah. I haven't written about my driver's license fiasco yet, but I'm temporarily without.
Don't scare me. You need to study for that.
I'm studying for mine in September. We can do quizzes online.
I need to because it's not even because I want to buy a car, but I just want to have the option. You know?
Yeah.
Hi. Hey. You're here.
Try speaking.
Welcome.
Thank you, I'm here.
Can you hear us?
I'm pretty happy at the wine bar right now.
Are you getting drunk? Can you hear? He's like,
Can you hear us okay?
Say yes or lift up one finger.
can you hear? No, I don't think you can hear. Peter, can you hear?
I'm not sure.
I think he's getting another glass of wine.
I would too. In fact, I might go get one as well. Screw it.
I've always wondered, Maria, where do you live exactly?
It's a town called Cavriago. It's like 15 minutes outside of Reggio Emilia.
Ah.
It's famous for having a bust of Lenin on the piazza.
I think I've seen that somewhere in Italy magazine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people rarely know the town name itself because it's so small, but if you say the bust of Lenin, then they might know what you're talking about.
Exactly. You know how it is. I mean, that's like me. I'm like, oh, where do you live? Oh, I live in the Old Tarno. Oh, I live kind of close to that old bridge, the Ponte Vecchio.
Are you with us?
Yes. As good as mine. Yes, that's exactly what he wants to do.
Yay!
I have my coffee over here, so.
Coffee. With my New York mug. I
don't think he can hear us. Can you hear us, Pete?
Yeah.
I've got about
Let me try typing to him.
On my phone, and then I'm out of here.
Oh, got a limit on it. Can you hear us?
Okay, so the next question.
Oh, can you guys invite Gina?
Oh yeah, Gina's in.
Yeah, Gina just wrote there that she's here as well.
Okay, let me add her. So, should we start another question while I add her in? What are the most beneficial jobs for Americans in Italy? I know you guys have briefly already touched on these, but we might want to hit them again.
Yeah, what we were saying in our chat before when we were talking about that is that or you do either you do something like teaching or nannying or something that kind of eases you into the culture, or you do something where you work for a multinational company where you kind of go back and forth, or you do what I did and you do neither of those and you get your own partita IVA and start a business. But I'm not sure I would recommend that as, you know, the option.
Yeah,
what about you?
I agree. I don't know about you guys, but that's probably one of the first questions I get is how to get a job in Italy. And I'm brutally honest with people just because I would hope that everybody would be like that.
Yeah.
Teaching English is the job you get when you cannot speak Italian or you just love teaching English. So that is the
Right.
than you have. Or I recommend trying to get transferred from a multinational company like General Electric, like top university, especially in the bigger cities like Rome and Florence. But those jobs are super competitive, and they're not always that good. But I'm like Maria, and I have a partita IVA, but it is the regime minime, which means that because I'm under 35, it's less taxes, and they don't pay on everything. So
That's what
that
I'm
is
on.
not. That is not. Yeah, exactly. That is an option, but the problem is nobody tells you how much red tape there is in doing the commercialisha, which is going to cost you money.
Yeah,
So
no, a lot of money.
yeah, I mean, I'm happy because I can accept a lot of work legally, and it's worked out well. But you also have to you have to know what you're good at. You have to know what you're good at. You have to do what you're good at. You have to sell yourself why you can do this and not an Italian who they could pay less.
And it's like you said in the chat, it's so incredibly important, the relationships that you build. I mean, I was very fortunate because my husband and I work together, and so we're basically using his connections and his relationships that have already been formed. It's not like I could have come here and started up my own architecture business
Not
on my
knowing
own.
anybody.
Never would have happened, you know.
And those
Can you
relationships.
hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Oh, he just escaped.
Oh no.
He might have lost his 10 minutes. I was trying to get him to answer one question, but I don't think he could hear very well.
I'm happy that he was there. That shows a movement of solidarity that I'm with.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
I was wondering what P was going to look like because I've only ever seen these icons.
Yeah,
I know.
me too. Yeah, I always tell people to get strange jobs, that they can do from their home country. Like there's a lot of writing websites, like Freelancer, and my roommate, he used to make, a ton of money on Text Broker. He would just do, back-to-back articles all day and, and make money that way. It's almost always easier to start out trying to do something that you could do from your base country, at least for me. And that's what I do. I mean, I've been lucky that I've never had to work in Italy. Like, I've always worked for an American company remotely. And a lot of my friends are remote workers, from American companies. So, and it really makes things a lot easier. The only downfall is that your money converts from dollars to euros, which, you lose a lot. But you kind of always have you
And doing taxes
some job security that way. What, Maria?
and doing taxes as well.
Yeah, the paperwork of running a company in Italy is just a nightmare. It's just so difficult.
I can't hear you very well, Pete. Can you repeat that?
What job did
I said that the trying to do paperwork for an Italian company in Italy
Yeah.
is just a nightmare. It's just
Yes.
so complicated and so difficult.
Yeah.
Scary.
you?
Do you have your own company, Pete?
Yeah, I buy pumps in Asia and sell them in Europe. So we bring it in dollars and sell out in sterling and euros. And if you did it in the UK, it'd be easy. Do it in
Okay.
Italy, it's honestly, it's just an utter nightmare.
Yeah.
I can
There's probably
imagine.
too much background noise because I'm sat in a bar.
No, you're adding fun.
It's
We
very
have
cinematic.
partying now.
It is.
It's called atmosphere, which
That's
is nice.
true Italy right there. Yes, exactly. It's atmosphere.
Thank you. My glass of wine. I need to, get on the ball.
Woo!
So I think it's just us like hanging out now. I don't know if we have any more questions, do we?
I'm scrolling down through the questions to see what we have. So,
Somebody was asking about
Oh,
moving
there's
to
still
London.
people there.
Not anymore. There was
Um,
no, that one's done. I think we went through them all.
yeah, we might have. I think work is the biggest thing. Most of my emails, like Georgette's, are all about work. I don't know about you guys.
Moving their life abroad, they want to do what we did, and it's just great. I'm happy to answer those kind of questions.
Yeah.
Since my blog's called Married to Italy, I get a lot about marrying Italians. A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Learning Italian?
About what it's like to marry an Italian, about how to marry an Italian, about where to find an Italian to marry, about whether or not that's a good idea, about what their mother was going to do.
I get a lot of the marrying an Italian thing, and a lot of people who studied abroad and they met an Italian guy and they're dating and they want to know what they can expect in the future. And my emails are usually like, run, run.
Yeah. I don't blame you for saying that. I don't blame you.
My Italian's great, but run.
No, I mean, my husband's awesome. He's a badass. I love him, but he is also like, there was a lot of difficulty in that relationship, like because of the cross-cultural differences and because of, everybody knows who reads my blog, because of the in-laws, very small town, his very small town family, and they were just completely freaked out that he was thinking about marrying an American, because for them, American was only what they had seen on television. Like, they'd never met one before. So they're like, oh my God, he's going to marry this girl who probably shows her boobs to everybody. Like, it's her profession. She like boobs all day long. And, they're just terrified. And they don't believe in family. She's going to leave your babies in a field and find another man. Like, there were all of these.
Sounds like my mother, and she's Mexican.
There's like a the stereotype about American women, like no family values, we like practically squat in a field and give birth and then we run, and if the baby can keep up, then we keep it, and if it can't, then we just leave it there. Like, it's just
where are your in-laws from, Misty?
They're well, from Casino. Well, they currently live in Casino, but both of them are from right outside of Naples. So, which is surprising because for me it's surprising because there's a lot of Americans in the Naples area.
Yeah, but the traditions there are so ingrained. I mean, I know what you're saying because I dated my ex is Italian we dated for over 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
And his parents. I mean, it was tough. It's the same kind of stereotype, but we got along really well. But I'm happy that it's not my situation. Also because it was overwhelming. It was too overwhelming. And, it's nice because now I'm with somebody who is also not from Italy, and we just have so much in common. We've both done the same thing, which is leave our countries and start a new one somewhere else.
Well, I also noticed a really big difference. Like, my husband and I met outside of Italy when we were both foreigners in that situation, and so we did have a lot in common because we were both in Australia. We both were away from home, away from our families, whatever. But it's hard not to reset when you go back home, And so now we're back in home, and so it's a bit different. And Pete, you're married to an Italian as well, right? Your wife is Italian?
Oh, she's Sicilian.
Ah, different.
She's Sicilian. Does that count?
What was that like, family-wise? Was her family okay with her marriage?
Yeah, I get on better with her family than I do with my family. Her family is just so cool. Really, really nice. But huge differences. For me, I like to enjoy life and relax, and rules are there, but you can bend them. My wife likes to adhere to rules. Things have to be done properly. As the name on my website is, she's just so sensible, it's untrue.
I love that.
She's she's disappeared down to Sicily. She's gone for a month. She'll come back in September. And at the moment, I've got the house to myself, and it's just really quiet because the two workaways have gone home as well. So it's very empty. I'm just deciding whether to get another workaway in or not, whether I'll be allowed.
Where are you again? Where's your?
Say again.
Where are you living?
No, where am I living?
Yeah.
In Piedmont. I'm living in Piedmont in the north.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I knew that. That's how. Okay, that's how you know. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So she's very legalistic. Things have to be done properly. Things have to be seen to be done properly, which really is not the Italian way. No way.
No.
Yeah.
That's very strange, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's not characteristic.
Yeah.
If anything, she's more English than I am, and I'm more Italian than she is.
That's probably really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we go like this.
Well, I hate to like bail, but I have to go to dinner because it's almost 9 now.
And my phone's about to die, and I've drunk. I'll have to go pay for the wine in a minute, so I'm off in a second as well.
Yeah, I've got to get going as well. I'm really sorry for the late start, everyone. There were some difficulties with the computer.
Now we know how to do it for next time. We were all clueless because we didn't know how to do it, so we were waiting.
Yeah, and I just realized also that I can invite you beforehand. So next time, everyone I think can come in and start without me having to do it. I think so. That will be easier in case my computer is ever not in my house again right before I hang up.
No, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Georgette's saying right now she had to disconnect. It looks like, but she's saying right now it would be cool if we did this again. Once a month or once every couple months or something. Like make it a recurring thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, ciao a tutti, eh? Bye bye.
Ciao, tutti.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Yes.